Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Check. Got double tight. Double three. 68. Three down. March 40.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tim Williams. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Now Joe Mixon. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Five. 3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
Marquise Brown on the return. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram, he goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. Now he figures to be the top guy in the Baltimore backfield, although I guess you could say he's kind of splitting time with his quarterback, Lamar Jackson. But a great veteran presence Mark Ingram is behind Jackson. Ingram now in his 9th NFL season. From the 38, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
57. Mike, 57. Drop deep. Jim.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Ross on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Check up, lead. Check 48's the mic. Let's go tight end. Let's go right here now.
Throwing, Dalton. Open man is Uzomah. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give them 17 at a Cincinnati 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Mike. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Now Dalton under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So now it's third and goal. This Raven defense trying under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Jalen Ferguson in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. They are, however, facing a fourth down situation. And Bullock will put this one through. And the Bengals are on the board first here. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Ravens take over first and 10.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On second and 12, Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Now after that sack, it's third and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Check 49, check 49.
Here's Jackson on third and long. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Geno Atkins, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Jackson now. And his throw is incomplete. The linebacker Preston Brown there to knock that one away.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man. It's Brown. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one
And got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one goes for 30 yards.
Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
65, 65, 65. Check. Lucky.
Dalton now to pass. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I hope you brought your left. Take out 368.
Mixon. The UCLA product, Kenny Young, had the tackle.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
41's the mic. Check.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. And able to find Green. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards that time at a Cincinnati 1st down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
2nd quarter action with 1:59 remaining. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Got a man open. It's Ross. He'll have a 1st down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession.
And he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Switch.
On third down, Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now here's Ross. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense set up with a very short field. First and 10 inside the 20.
Check pilot, 64, weak.
On first down, Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Tony Jefferson. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Dalton. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So the sack, and now it's third and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
52-93, 44.
Dalton here from the gun. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
And he's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
40. Hot. You're 18. Quit talking about it and bring it. Check.
Operating from the gun, Dalton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
And that's one other issue, like the blitz, even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down.
57's Mike 57.
Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards the pick up there. Good for a Raven first. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And there's the pickup you want on first down. All offenses say, you get me 4 on first down, we'll take it. How about if you get 5? They'll really be happy.
Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from a yard out as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are even at 10 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? On second and very short, Dalton. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. A very solid gain of 27. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down throw coming for Dalton. He'll let this go in zone for Green. Green's open, and he's got it for a Bengal touchdown. A.J. Green with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Paul.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Vigil. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Alec Ogletree. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A heck of a play there on 3rd down, but amazingly, they're still short for 4th.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity. An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Operating from the gun. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep for Green. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. When A.J. Green's on the field, something exciting usually happens, and that was certainly exciting.
Superior route runner, superior hands, superior body control, but I love the way he reacts to the football in the air. Finds it, locates it, and goes and gets it before the defensive backs can react.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, Jackson. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Tighten up, tighten up.
To throw again. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 39 yards there. A big one.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, though, Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Again, it's Mixon. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Staying on his feet, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Patrick. Here's Kevin Huber now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. This one complete to Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd and short.
3 yards to go.
Let's go now. Come on, the flag. 50 seconds to Mike. I'm coming for you. You mine. 57's Mike. Mike 57. No game in this one. 57's the Mike. Watch 57. Watch twist. Watch talk.
Again, Jackson. He wants it all for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are back within a single score. Tucker with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Second and 5 now. Dalton. He's got Green. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they run with Mixon. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Boy, tight game like this, fourth quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical third down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Bullock's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing now is Jackson. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Into game 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
The Bengals go down to a knee in the victory formation. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the Bengals, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, it's just their second loss so far to go along with their 7 wins. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.